what's going on guys, Arekkz here, and today I'm back with some more Gamescom coverage for you, and this time we're taking a look at Darksiders Genesis. Now this is a game that kind of came out of nowhere, and when I saw it I was like, yo, that's my kind of thing, right? Because I like my Diablo kind of games, and I'll admit, the similarities between Diablo and Darksiders Genesis kind of begin and end with the isometric camera, because beyond that point, they're not really anything like each other. In fact, Darksiders Genesis is much more a Darksiders game. It still has the traditional platforming, it has all of the puzzle solving, but it does instead adopt an isometric camera as opposed to the kind of more conventional Darksiders cameras you would have seen from the previous games. But that alone is still really cool because I do love those sort of isometric style games. I played a lot of them and they're just a lot of fun. You kind of have those sort of dungeon crawling experiences, and to top it all off, in Darksiders Genesis it's also co-op. Now the gameplay you're seeing in the background is of course solo play. I had a chance to attend a presentation and one of the developers actually went through and played through the game, and they played through what you're seeing here first is just kind of a regular dungeon where you get to sort of see some exploration, you'll see some light platforming. This is early on, so you're not going to see kind of some of the more in-depth stuff. You'll see a little bit of puzzle solving, and when you're playing solo, you have the option to switch between War and Strife. Now I know there are other characters in the Darksiders series, but Genesis focuses purely around War and Strife. War is of course, you know, if you're familiar with it, then here's your bigger, tankier, melee-focused character, up close and personal. Meanwhile, Strife adopts the more ranged aspect, he's your gunner. So if you've played things like Diablo before, then you can kind of think of War like your barbarian. Meanwhile, you can think of Strife as, say, like your hunter, your ranger, that kind of thing. Now, the reason I said also, just to kind of clarify, the similarities between those kind of games starts and ends with camera angle is because this isn't like a conventional dungeon crawling loot based game. There is loot you can get, there are upgrades you can get, but it's not the sort of thing where every time you kill enemies they're just going to drop piles and piles of loot for you to then constantly swap out. It's not that kind of game. It is still, as mentioned, the kind of more traditional Darksiders experience. So you'll be able to go through, you'll be able to earn skill points, you'll be able to spec out your character in different ways, and on that note there is of course a pretty in-depth skill tree. You can actually change this on the fly, which is nice. You know, you could be in the middle of combat and you can completely respec, completely change this, but of course as you go down the tree you will expand into different areas. Some of them are just stat-based upgrades, some of them actually change the way that you play the game, some of them will of course augment your abilities or kind of change the way that your moves work. So there's a lot of kind of customization on that front. However, of course, if you're playing this in co-op, then you'll each take on the role of a different character and you'll then work together to overcome whatever stands in your way. Now it's cool as well obviously because the different characters behave differently, but they also work differently based on the kind of challenges that are presented to you. So when it comes to platforming stuff, Strife can do stuff that War can't do, and that also applies to when you're working in co-op. There'll be things where you have to work together in cool ways so that you can overcome different obstacles or complete puzzles that lend themselves to each of the characters' respective strengths. Now, for the most part, I'm going to let you guys just watch the gameplay out. The first bit you're seeing is just a general sort of dungeon exploration, and then we get to the end of it and there is a mini-boss, and then after that we switch over to a boss encounter, which has a few more phases to it, has some different mechanics. So I'm going to let you guys watch all of that together, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know if you are maybe interested in this from a Darksiders point of view, or maybe you're interested in it just because of the, you know, dungeon crawly isometric aspect. Either way, let me know what you guys think down below. It's definitely a game that I myself do want to check out, so I'm super glad I finally got a chance to actually see it in action at Gamescom.
No! Lucifer promised I'd be safe. He said I'd be protected. He promised. Take it all.
Come on, dude. We're the council's enforcers. You really think you can buy us with this worthless... Oh, okay. You almost had me.
Brother, wait! I could have questioned him about the Animus.
Oh, right. Right. Oh, look, he's alive. Happy?
He promised. Haunted by lost souls! On these pages! Behold, the gold! Force in my image! Was meant for you.
What's wrong, Mama? No more coin tricks?
What's Lucifer planning?
Start talking, bitch. We may spare your miserable, pathetic life.
Lucifer's shown me treasures beyond any that exist in this world. Your threats mean nothing.
Guess you didn't feel like talking. Too bad.
You wouldn't have spared him either way.
Yeah, I figured it was worth a try. What about all this stuff?
Leave it.
Samael knows about this place now. There's probably enough here to rebuild his army 10 times over. We good with that? Okay, fine. Let's go.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.